warns Russia for the last time. 120,000 Turkish men finally took their positions. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today, we bring you the most recent information on the escalating tensions between Turkey and Russia. Turkey has made a bold statement by sending a massive force of 120,000 Turkish soldiers to key locations as a last warning to Russia. In this video, we'll take a close look at the circumstances, exploring what led to this escalation and any possible repercussions it might have. To stay informed of all the most recent news, click the subscribe button and sound the notification bell before we get started. We must look at the historical and geopolitical factors at work in order to comprehend the causes of the rising tensions. Russia and Turkey have a complicated history that has been shaped by centuries of interaction and sporadic war. The conflict between the two countries is a result of the regional power dynamics, which also include the energy resources, the Syrian conflict, and divergent geopolitical goals. Their divergent regional interests and spheres of influence are one of the main sources of friction between Turkey and Russia. Turkey is concerned about Russia's military presence in Syria, support for the Assad government, and strategic alliance with Iran because it sees these actions as threats to its influence in the Middle East and national security. The issue of whether Russia and Turkey can live together peacefully arises as both countries make their influence known. Will the rivalry between Turkey and Russia's interests result in a risky escalated conflict or open the door for diplomatic solutions? The relationship between Turkey and Russia has frequently involved airspace violations. There have been direct exchanges and strained bilateral relations as a result of Turkey accusing Russia of violating its airspace. Because of these incidents, security worries have increased, and Turkey has responded by defending its borders and airspace. Tensions between Turkey and Russia have increased as a result of proxy wars in the area, particularly in Syria. Russia has backed the Syrian government, whereas Turkey has backed rebel groups working to topple the Assad regime. This stark difference in their respective positions has made the region more unstable and given rise to the possibility of unintended escalation and further instability. In light of rising tensions between the two countries, Turkey issues one final warning. Concerns have grown over Russia's military actions close to Turkey's borders, such as airspace violations and assistance to the Syrian government. Diplomatic ties have been strained as a result of these actions, and Turkey now perceives a greater threat to its national security and interests. The sending of a final warning shows how firmly committed Turkey is to preserving its territorial integrity and sense of national security. It sends Russia the unmistakable message that Turkey will not give in to pressure to advance its interests. Turkey's right to defend itself against alleged threats is asserted by this firm stance, which also solidifies Turkey's status as a major player in the region. The conclusion of Turkey's diplomatic efforts and a definite statement that all other options have been explored can be seen in its final warning. It denotes a change from diplomatic negotiations and discussions to a more assertive stance intended to stop further encroachments and send a strong message to Russia. Turkey is sending a message by issuing this warning that it will not put up with any more provocations. The final warning from Turkey has important potential consequences for the region and the world. It calls for the international community's attention and raises the stakes in the already tense situation. The way in which tensions between Turkey and Russia develop in the future will depend on how other countries, regional actors, and international organizations react. As a member of NATO, Turkey's final warning also raises questions about the role of the alliance in the face of a potential conflict or further escalation. NATO's response and its collective defense obligations could play a crucial role in shaping the outcome of the situation and determining the level of support Turkey receives from its allies. The involvement of NATO could have significant geopolitical implications and further complicate the already complex dynamics in the region. A final warning may come across as confrontational, but it also opens the door for diplomatic engagement. The firm stance taken by Turkey may serve as a spark for new talks, dialogue, and mediation efforts. Finding peaceful solutions and stopping the situation from getting worse are the objectives. Such diplomatic initiatives are greatly facilitated by the global community. Turkey has made a significant mobilization effort with the deployment of 120,000 Turkish men. In order to ensure a strong defensive posture, these forces have been strategically placed along Turkey's borders with Russia. The sheer size of this deployment highlights Turkey's resolve to uphold its sovereignty and make its presence known in the area. A multifaceted defense mechanism is provided by the deployment, which includes both military personnel and additional security forces. Additional security forces help to fortify the borders and improve surveillance, while military personnel bring specialized training and experience. This coordinated deployment shows how ready Turkey is to deal with any threats that may arise. The deployment of 120,000 Turkish men sends a powerful message to Russia. Turkey is prepared to defend its interests and will not back down. By amassing such a formidable force, Turkey aims to deter any aggression and emphasize the seriousness of its warnings. The goal is to create a deterrent effect that discourages Russia from further escalating the tensions. Will the deployment of 120,000 Turkish men act as a catalyst for de-escalation or push the region closer to the brink of conflict? Naturally, a deployment of this size attracts a lot of regional and global interest. It highlights how unstable the situation is and prompts worries about possible unintended consequences. The international community keeps a close eye on events and understands the importance of diplomatic efforts to ease tensions and arrive at peaceful solutions. Despite the fact that the deployment of 120,000 Turkish troops shows the country's dedication to defense, it is critical to maintain a delicate balance between military readiness and diplomatic engagement. In order to ensure open channels of communication, a de-escalation of tensions, and the pursuit of peaceful solutions, diplomatic efforts must be made in addition to Turkey's actions. The possibility of tensions rising to the point of war is among the most worrisome possible outcomes. Given the strength of the situation and the deployment of forces, there is a chance that a poorly thought-out action or an incorrect assessment of motives could result in a direct military confrontation. Are both parties ready to deal with the ramifications of such a situation? Can the rise in tension into a full-fledged war be effectively stopped through diplomacy and negotiation? The current humanitarian crisis in the region could become worse as a result of increased tensions and military clashes. In the event of a war, innocent civilians risk being uprooted, subjected to violence, and deprived of basic necessities. What measures can be taken by the international community to address and lessen potential human suffering if the situation worsens further? Will diplomatic efforts to resolve the underlying problems causing the tensions be overshadowed by the possible repercussions of armed conflict? Significant geopolitical repercussions are being felt in the region and beyond as a result of the tensions between Turkey and Russia. The situation might become more complicated as a result of the participation of numerous parties with vested interests. What impact would it have on the delicate balance of power in the area, and how would major global powers and neighboring nations react to a potential escalation? Can the intricate web of geopolitical interests and aspirations be navigated through diplomatic negotiations to avert a more serious regional conflict? Escalating tensions between Turkey and Russia have the potential to disrupt economic stability in the region and beyond. Trade relations, energy flows, and investments could all be affected, leading to broader economic consequences. How would the global economy respond to the disruptions caused by a further escalation, and what measures could be taken to mitigate potential economic fallout? The placement of 120,000 Turkish soldiers in strategic locations signals a crucial turning point as tensions between Turkey and Russia continue to rise. The entire world eagerly anticipates Russia's response to this last warning. To stop the situation from getting worse, diplomatic efforts are required, as are open lines of communication. As the story progresses, we'll keep you informed. Please leave a comment on this video with your thoughts on the subject and don't forget to like it. This concludes today's video on Turkey's last cautionary note to Russia. We sincerely hope that this update was instructive. Subscribe to our channel to stay updated on all the latest news and analysis. Keep an eye out for our upcoming video in which we'll update you on any new information regarding this tense situation. We appreciate your interest and we'll see you again soon. We'll see you